stop, before you scroll, before your mind runs away again. This is not background noise, and this is not just another calm video you forget in 5 minutes. This moment is a mirror, and if you are listening right now, it is because some quiet part of you is tired. Tired of waking up with pressure in your chest. Tired of mornings that start with stress instead of meaning. Tired of feeling like life is moving, but you are standing still. Here is the hard truth hook. The way you start your morning is quietly shaping your entire life, whether you notice it or not. You did not click this by accident. You are here because something inside you wants peace, not hype, not loud motivation, not fake smiles, but real control over your mind. Take a slow breath right now. Feel it. This is your first small win today. This video is not about shouting at you or telling you to become someone else overnight. It is about coming back to yourself. About lowering the noise so you can hear the truth again. And here is the next hard hook. If you do not choose your thoughts in the morning, the world will choose them for you. Messages, problems, fears, old regrets, they will rush in and take control before you even stand up. But today, something changes, because you are choosing to listen. For the next few minutes, I want you to slow down and let these words work like medicine. Simple words, deep meaning. Words you can understand, repeat, and feel. That is why this is also perfect for your English listening practice. You do not need difficult grammar to change your thinking. You need clear sentences and honest emotion. The more you listen, the more you repeat, the more your brain learns a new rhythm, not only in English, but in life. Here is a transition you need to hear. How you speak to yourself in the morning becomes how you walk, how you react, how you live. If your mornings are full of self-attack, your days become heavy. If your mornings are full of truth, your days become lighter. This is not magic. This is habit. This is repetition. This is psychology. And now, the next hard hook. You do not need 1,000 rules to fix your life. You need a few powerful reminders repeated every day until your mind starts to believe them again. That is what this series is. A daily ritual. A quiet contract between you and you. No judgment, no past mistakes, no shame. Just breath, presence, and truth. In this video, I will give you 12 lines, but today we begin with the first one. Because everything starts here. If you skip this, nothing else works. So stay with me. Close your eyes if you can. Feel your body. Feel that you are alive. And prepare. Because the first line is not soft. It is gentle, but it is strong. It is the door. And once you open it, there is no going back. Here is the next hard hook, and it may feel uncomfortable at first. Most people are not tired because life is hard. They are tired because their mind wakes up in attack mode every single morning. The first thought is not thank you. It is not enough, not ready, not there yet. And the moment you start your day from lack, your brain begins to search for proof that something is wrong. That is why this second line matters so much. Say it slowly with me. I am grateful for what I have and excited for what's coming. This is not positive thinking. This is mental training. Gratitude is not pretending your life is perfect. Gratitude is choosing where you place your attention. And here is the truth hook. Your brain believes what you repeat. When you focus on what you lack, your world feels small and heavy. When you focus on what you have, your nervous system calms down. And when you add excitement for the future, something powerful happens. You combine peace with hope, stability with movement, calm with direction. That combination creates inner strength. Imagine waking up every morning without that pressure in your chest. Imagine opening your eyes and feeling grounded instead of rushed. This is how it begins. There was a woman who felt stuck for years. Same mornings, same anger, same thought. My life is late. But one habit changed everything. Before touching her phone, she named 3 simple things she was grateful for and 1 thing she was excited about. At first it felt silly, but repetition changed her inner voice. Her shoulders relaxed, her energy shifted. Her mind stopped fighting the present and started trusting the future. And that is the transition you need to hear now. When gratitude becomes your foundation, your mind becomes strong enough to handle the next truth. Because gratitude opens the door, but control keeps you inside. Now listen carefully. The 3rd line is not comforting. It is empowering. Say it with intention. I am in control of my thoughts and emotions. Most people believe their thoughts are facts. They wake up and believe every fear, every doubt, every old memory. They react before they breathe. They become prisoners of their own mind. But here is the hard hook. Thoughts are events, not commands. Emotions are signals, not rulers. You may not control the weather of your life, but you control how you dress for it. When you say, I am in control of my thoughts and emotions, you remind your brain who is in charge. Not your phone, not other people, not yesterday. You. Picture a man starting his day in chaos. Late alarm, cold coffee, stress messages, old version of him reacts, anger, panic, blame, but new version pauses. Breath in, breath out. He says the line out loud, and in that pause, something changes. His heart slows, his focus sharpens. He stops reacting and starts choosing. That is power. Not loud power, quiet power. The kind that carries you through the day without burning you out. And here is the bridge to the next line. Once you accept that you control your response, you must decide where to place that control. Because energy is limited. Focus is precious. And tomorrow morning, when the world tries to pull you in 1,000 directions, you will need one more truth. One clear rule to protect your peace. So get ready. Breathe. Because the next line is about cutting the noise. 4. I will focus only on what I can control. Here is a hard hook you need to hear right now. Most people do not lose their power because life is cruel. They lose it because they give their attention to battles they can never win. From the first minutes of the morning, their mind runs into questions with no answers. What if they judge me again? What if this fails? What if I am not enough? What if the result is not fair? And without noticing, their energy leaks away. This is not weakness. This is misplaced focus. And that is why this truth matters so deeply. There are only 2 spaces your mind can live in. The first is the zone of control. Your thoughts, your actions, your habits, your effort, your response, your discipline, your kindness, your growth. The second is the zone of noise. Other people's opinions. Results you cannot force. The past you cannot change. The future you cannot predict. Delays, systems, trends, luck. Most people wake up and move directly into the noise zone, and then they wonder why they feel anxious before breakfast. Here is the image that explains everything. Think of a tree in a violent storm. The wind is loud, the rain is heavy, the sky is dark, branches bend, leaves fall, but the tree does not panic. It does not try to fight the sky. It does not waste energy wishing the storm away. It focuses on one thing only: its roots. It holds the ground. It stays present, because the tree understands something many humans forget. The storm is not under my control, but my grounding is. And when the storm ends, the tree is still standing, strong, alive, calm. Now ask yourself this morning, where is your energy going? Are you trying to control the weather of life? Or are you strengthening your roots? This is your daily practice. The moment you feel tension rising, ask one simple question: is this in my control? If yes, take action. If no, release it. That decision alone can save years of mental exhaustion. Say the line with clarity: I will focus only on what I can control. I protect my energy. Because power is not created by doing more. Power is created by wasting less. And when you stop feeding the chaos, something beautiful happens. You finally have space to grow, which leads us to the next truth. And this one heals quietly. Say it with me: I am becoming better every single day. Here is the hard hook. Just because you cannot see progress does not mean it is not happening. We live in a world addicted to results, numbers, likes, proof, speed. And when growth is slow, we assume it is fake. But real growth is silent. Healing is quiet. Improvement often happens without applause. Think about water on a stove. At first, nothing changes. It looks the same, feels the same. But inside, movement has already started. Energy is building. Heat is rising. And then suddenly, everything transforms. That is how change works. That is how you work. Even on days when you feel stuck, something is shifting inside you. Your patience is growing. Your awareness is deeper. Your habits are forming. Your mind is learning a new language. You do not need to rush this. You do not need permission. You just need consistency. Whisper this to yourself: I do not need to be fast. I just need to continue. I am becoming better every single day. And now, breathe. Because the next truth goes even deeper. It touches the core of how you see yourself. 6. I am worthy of good things. Here is a hard hook that many people avoid their whole life. You cannot move forward if you are still punishing yourself for who you used to be. That is why this truth matters so deeply. Say it slowly: I am worthy of good things. Not tomorrow. Not when I prove something. Now. Many people believe their pain comes from lack of chances, but the real wound is hidden inside. A quiet belief that says, good things are for others, not for me. Love feels unsafe. Success feels suspicious. Peace feels temporary. And when something good appears, they push it away without even noticing. This is emotional poverty. Not empty pockets, but an empty sense of worth. It grows inside people who were ignored, criticized, shamed, or hurt for too long. They learn to shrink. They learn to say sorry for existing. They learn to doubt every gift life offers. But imagine the ocean. It does not ask if it deserves space. It does not apologize for its depth. It does not refuse the moonlight because it feels unworthy. It receives fully. It moves freely. And it remains powerful, even during storms. When you reject good things, you shrink into a puddle. When you accept them, you return to your true size. That is why this is not just a sentence. It is a decision. When someone respects you, accept it. When peace arrives, allow it. When opportunity knocks, open the door. Life cannot give you what your mind keeps pushing away. And now we move forward, because worth opens the door, but courage makes you walk through it. Say the next truth with honesty. I will not let fear guide my decisions. Here's the hard hook. Fear feels like protection, but it slowly becomes a prison. Most people do not live their life. They manage their fears. They wait. They hesitate. They stay quiet. They delay their dreams until they feel ready. But readiness is a myth. Courage comes first. Confidence follows action, not the other way around. Fear is like a rock in a river. The river does not stop. It does not argue. It flows around the obstacle. It keeps moving forward. Every time you choose fear, you freeze your flow. Every time you choose courage, even in a small way, you move again. Speak, even if your voice shakes. Try, even if the result is unclear. Move, even if you are scared. Fear only loses power when you walk through it. And now we reach a truth that many people carry in silence. Say it gently. I forgive myself for my past mistakes. This is necessary because so many people are not tired from life. They are tired from memory, from replaying the same moment again and again, from carrying guilt like a punishment. They believe suffering is what they deserve. But imagine a traveler crossing a long desert. The sun is hot. The road is hard. And on their back, they carry a heavy bag full of stones. Each stone has a name: regret, shame, guilt, old choices, old versions. Every step hurts more than it should. Not because the path is impossible, but because the weight is unnecessary. Now imagine the traveler stops, opens the bag, and begins to place the stones on the ground. One by one. The road does not change, but suddenly, walking becomes possible. Forgiveness does not erase the past. It releases the weight. You are not here to be your own prison guard. You are here to learn, grow, and continue. Say it now. I forgive myself. I choose to walk lighter, because the next step of your life needs energy, not punishment. Here is the final hard hook, and it is quiet but powerful. If you never stop to honor how far you have come, your mind will always tell you it is not enough. That is why this last truth matters. Say it slowly. I am proud of how far I have come. Most people wake up and instantly scan their life for problems. What is missing? What is late? What is still broken? The brain is very good at this. It is trained to look for danger, gaps, comparison, and without noticing, you start the day feeling behind, even if you have already survived things that once almost broke you. This truth is your shield. Pride is not arrogance. Pride is recognition. It is saying, I see my effort, I see my endurance, I see my courage, even when no one else clapped. Imagine walking up a mountain trail. The top is hidden in fog. Your legs hurt. Your breath is heavy. You feel unsure if you are even going the right way. But then you stop. You turn around, and you look behind you. Suddenly, you see it. The distance, the height, the path you already climbed, the stones you crossed, the storms you survived. You are not at the peak, but you are no longer at the bottom. That matters. That deserves respect. Most people never look back, so they never feel strong. They keep chasing the future while hating the present. But strength grows when you acknowledge progress. Say this to yourself: I am not who I used to be. I have learned, I have endured, I have changed. Even if the change is quiet, even if the results are slow, even if the world does not notice yet, you notice, and that is enough. This is not the end of your journey. It is a checkpoint, a breath, a moment of grounding before you continue. because shame makes you heavy, pride makes you stable, and from stability, real growth happens. Now bring all the truths together. You begin again. You choose gratitude and hope. You take control of your mind. You focus on what you can control. You trust your growth. You accept your worth. You move through fear. You forgive your past. You protect your peace. And now you honor your path. This is not motivation. This is alignment. This is how you start a day with power instead of pressure. So take one last deep breath. Feel your body. Feel that you are here, alive, still moving, still trying, and say it one more time, slowly, honestly. I am proud of how far I have come. Because when you start your morning with respect for yourself, the rest of the day follows. This is not the end. This is the foundation.